Welcome back. So, the gates just open before you to the courtyard leading to the tower. As you walk through, it's a beautiful, if slightly ominous, patch of forest surrounding this tower. You can see faint fire bugs kind of glowing and fading in and out in the distance, but just far enough out of reach as you walk this paved path that leads through. Eventually you find yourself to the base of the tower where this massive set of arched double doors that wait for you open into a low-lit antechamber. As you walk into the tower chamber proper, you are met with a patterned carpet of dark brown and red that meets wall to wall. No furniture, just an open entry. You can see a beautiful crystal chandelier that hangs above you in the center of the partially domed ceiling. You can see intricately carved wooden panels wrap around the doorless walls aside from the entryway, housing large paintings set within elaborate frames. You can see one large landscape that shows an odd sunrise, it seems, over a desolate plain of rock and flame, a sky of burning clouds and haze. Anyone here is trained in Arcana, if you'd like to roll.
15.
15? That's enough to know this is most likely a portrait of the Plane of Fire. You do also see what looks to be a bloodied battlefield, a very elaborate, extensive, wide, 12-foot portrait that is almost curved in the way it's set against the curved interior of this chamber, where you see soldiers of two sides just clashing and tangling in this display of violence. If anyone here has history they're proficient with, they can go ahead and roll for that.
31.
Whoa.
Damn.
Jeez Louise.
This is a depiction of the Marrow War, which was the battle, the Marrow War,
Dope.
where the Dwendalian Empire clashed with the Jewelist Dominion, defeated, and then took over the entirety of this area of Western Wanandir, this great valley here. Well done. And then you come across what looks to be a portrait of a young man in a forest green, gold-trimmed robe on display. You see his long, dark hair comes to a widow's peak to the front of his face, right over his gray-blue eyes. You take a moment to recognize, but this image does appear to be of a young Trent Ickathon. And not but a moment later do you make this beat of recognition, then you swear you see the man in the painting give you a subtle nod.
Can I use see invisibility for the next hour? Just because, fuck it, why not?
Sure. You put it on right as the doors close behind you. You're now enclosed in this chamber. There are no stairs. There's no other exit door.
Can I look towards like the bottoms or anything of the paintings? I want to see if they have any signatures on them of painters that I would recognize, some of them that I studied.
Make a perception check.
Guidance. Cool. 9.
They're very detailed. It's hard to pick out where a signature would be, if there is one, if it's hidden, if it's folded within the actual gold framing, or you're just not picking up on it, but nothing jumps out to you, unfortunately.
As I get back to the Trent painting, I'm gonna touch his face.
Okay. You can feel the texture of canvas beneath your finger. Not but a handful of moments since the front doors closed, and at this moment, the rest of you kind of feel this shift, and you look at the carpet in the center of the room, and there is a forceful glow from underneath in places. And you see this faint pattern of various glyphs that are gently muted by the presence of the carpet over whatever the source is, light up in a circular pattern around the interior of the chamber. You then watch as the paintings begin to drift downward.
Is this haunted room? Yeah.
This is not stretching,
Damn. That was already my imagination.
but it begins to rise rapidly. You watch as a door goes. Another door goes. Floor after floor goes by. 4, 5 floors, you kind of lose count as they go. And then it quickly drifts to a stop to the point where you all find your feet lift off the ground for just a second, and you find yourself clambering just to make sure you don't tumble over when the floor comes to a stop.
So it felt like we were going down.
Felt like you're going upward.
So wouldn't we have
No,
stopped?
you go.
You have a little.
You go up. When you're going down, you go. Huh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Physics.
Been a while since we've been in an elevator.
Been anywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's true. It's very true.
That's right. You jump at the
How does
top.
up
you're
and
like,
down?
Yeah,
Who knows?
yeah. Okay. Cool. Then I jump at the top.
Okay. You get a good like extra foot and a half of leap distance in the air.
five.
You can almost touch the bottom of the chandelier. The chandelier that does not shake or move with the momentum of the chamber.
Cool.
As it stops and lands, you look around you. You've seen no windows at all in your progression. But you do see
No windows.
and no door. There is actually a door.
There's one.
chamber.
And one door.
You see what looks to be almost like a birchwood door on the opposite side of the room from where the entranceway would have been at the bottom of the tower.
Do you think this happened because I touched his face? Do you think it took us to him? Like, what if I would have touched the like fighter plane picture or something?
We would have gone somewhere else. We would have gone down.
Yeah.
Go down.
Go
Hell goes
down.
down. You go
Yeah.
down to hell.
Wow. I'm glad I touched him then.
Yeah. Always touch him.
The birchwood door opens, and you can see a little bit of flickering light on the inside of the chamber beyond.
Any unseen
I have-
servants, any spheres in the air, or anything?
In this room, no. As you, if you
I
approach,
start to walk in.
Wait, Caleb.
I stop in the door.
Wait. Shouldn't we have had a code word or something?
Let's discuss it now. While we're in earshot.
How about, oh no, it's a trap?
Okay, that sounds good.
okay.
The code word is Yahtzee.
Pick a non-copyright
I don't know.
pinochle or
Solitaire.
something. Or,
No.
Old maid.
It's the theater union. IATSE. Yahtzee.
Yahtzee.
Yeah. That's still.
That's also problematic.
Damn it, Liam.
Teams.
Don't fuck with the teamsters.
Okay. You can hear very, very gentle, it's almost like violin and harpsichord music playing from inside the next room. As you begin to approach, you peek beyond the threshold, and you can see, giving off a very faint aura, what looks to be 6 different humanoid-ish figures that just kind of stand at the ready against 2 walls of what is a long hall-like room. As you step through the door, they all disappear, and you feel the enchantment that your weapon had given to you fade.
Ooh.
As you all step through, you can see now there are a number of smaller, more metallic iron chandeliers, about 4 of them, that align the ceiling of this long hall-like room, where you can see a long table sits before you with these kind of pale, tan, almost beige-colored tablecloths and settings and chairs for 7 guests. There are windows in this room, and they appear to be somewhat frosted, but you can see beyond them what looks to be like a beautiful forest. Dense in trees, a bit of moonlight coming through the branches. Doesn't quite match with the math of where you are, with the center of the city. And beyond the end of this table, you can see there is a roaring fireplace on the opposite side of the room. And there, framed in the flickering flames, you can see 3 figures standing as they all kind of turn. You can see the figure familiar to you all first is the wide-shouldered, short dark hair, kind of well-buttoned velvet tunic on what seems to be Airwolf, who had met you once at the Vergessen Sanatorium when you were inspecting the beacon a number of weeks back. On the right side, you can see a woman with kind of dirty blonde hair, short in the back, combed over to one side of the face, smiling in a very, very officious-looking suit, it seems, that comes into a long dress at the bottom. And then in the center, you see not quite the same, but mirrored essence of that same green and gold robe that you saw in the portrait below. You see the older, jaundiced figure of Master Trent Ickathon, who smiles, puts his arms up. I'm so very happy that you have accepted my invitation. Please sit. I believe we have much to talk about.
Question, you said there were only place settings for 7 people?
For the 7 of you at the table,
As well as the
as well as the 3 for them.
Do we have assigned seating?
There does not appear to be any sort of indication of assigned seating.
Are you going to take the head of the table?
Yeah.
Okay, Jester takes the opposite head of the table, of which Trent takes the furthest side.
The corners of the room where there were those 6 humanoid figures, nothing there, right?
Correct.
Empty.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll wait until Astrid sits and then sit in the chair adjacent.
So that would be at the opposite head of the table, Trent. To the left of Trent is Astrid, and then it would be you.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm sit across from you wherever you sit.
Definitely sit. Somebody should sit next to them so that Airwolf gets separated.
Ooh, that's a good idea.
I'll use my speed to try to sit where Aedwulf would be seated.
He is moving for the chair to the right
Nice.
of Trent Ickathon.
Yeah, come on, roll for that shit.
Do it.
Yahtzee.
Low dexterity.
Roll a dexterity check, because this is
I don't even have my dice out.
It's like he's just pulling out the seat for a
You have
lady.
your dice out. We're gonna die any second.
What is my checking?
just roll d20, add your dexterity modifier.
17.
17. You watch as he goes and pulls the chair out and is about to lean in and
Is this seat taken?
apparently it is. And like shoves you into the table a little bit. Pulls the chair right next to you back. Then sits down
I'll sit down.
in the chair that he pulls back. He goes, power move.
Thank you very much.
Of course. Kind of gently pushes it in. Looks back to you again. Goes to the third chair.
Caleb is watching like a mixture of mortification and hilarity, but like not smiling, just
Airwolf,
I
wouldn't
walked
you like to
there.
sit down next to me?
I walk to the chair.
You walk to the.
I pull it out. For you.
Oh.
Thank you. And he sits
Pull it
there.
out.
Just wanted to make note. Run.
A fighting.
I sit across from Caduceus.
Yeah, so we have eyes on either side of the.
Good call.
Yeah.
As everyone takes their seat and finishes, Trent, who's kind of leaning back in this high-backed chair that comes up to these almost like hook-like hands that are currently reaching over the top of the back, puts his arms up and gives a clap. And you feel this wind kind of rush through the chamber, and the doors you came through close. The meal will be here arriving shortly. In the interim, I am happy to have you as guests in my home.
I can't hear you. Can you speak a little louder? I'm sorry, I'm just so far down here.
He then begins to introduce my companions, and as he speaks, his mouth does not move any longer. Instead, the language seems to be coming from all sides, directly into your mind.
Cool. It's cool.
Oh, no.
As he just stares intently across the table. My companions for the night, of which you are familiar. Childhood friends of your companion, this Caleb Wittogast, or as we've known him, Bryn. This is Astrid. Points to her. And this is Adolf. And he gives a nod. Now I must say I'm quite impressed how you all come together and done so much in such a short time. What is, if I might inquire, the driving force behind your travels? What is your mutual goal?
Boy, that's a tricky one to start with. We are driven by many forces, but mostly justice. Right?
Yeah.
Right? Mostly justice.
I think mostly we are just trying to leave the world better than when we found it.
So we are not too different then.
Oh, you seek to change the world for the better?
Well, what is the purpose of power if not to use it properly?
Much for us to celebrate together at this time.
Indeed.
We've achieved peace after so much struggle.
So. And there's this kind of pregnant pause at the table as he kind of begins to scan across each one of you.
I'm doing the same. Can I ask what kind of vibe I'm getting from Astrid and
Well,
Adolf?
I was about to say, as soon as you're doing this, Astrid pipes up and goes, Indeed, it is a pleasure to meet all of these friends of Caleb. Just as it is good to see you as well, my friend. And I am happy to get the chance to know those who have kept him companions and safe in the time that we could not. Right, Edward?
Indeed, I have seen some of you at the sanatorium. Seems fate continues to draw us together. Perhaps the matron has plans for us together yet, huh?
Who's the matron?
Yeah, which is he referring to Merchant of Ravens?
And you, what are you? You see Adolf kind of gives like a weird, like a half grin.
Vegetarian, so I hope the meal reflects.
Yeah.
Nice.
Smile fades. Well, I guess, before I get too deep into my particular interests for the night, what questions have you for me?
Well, I am curious now that we have reached some quiet between the two nations. Seeing as how central you are to the decision-making here in the Empire. What's the next step?
Well, I do apologize. You have not been around for the full scope of our political engine, but I do not make decisions. I merely guide, offer suggestions. As to what is next, well, there are many paths. Am I to know, it seems you have fallen in with a Vesterogna, yes?
We will be spending some time with her, that is correct.
And what errands, if I might inquire, has she procured your skills for?
You might not. Inquire.
Respectfully, I feel that that information would be considered of private nature.
Of course, of course.
Does he feel like, does he already know? Does he already know he just wants to hear from us?
Make an insight check.
I was going to say my insight check is just not stopping.
Yeah.
17.
22.
22. There isn't a lack of confidence in his inquiry, and he does not appear to be finished. As he goes, is she looking to perhaps drag you to Shattengrad as glorified tomb raiders, huh? No? Perhaps your familiarity with Shohassian society is to aid her in acquisitions there. Or is she hoping to bring you to someplace colder?
Well, that is a
Look.
conversation you should have with her.
I know, as far as I know, she just wants us to hang out for intimate reasons, you know? We're all very attractive.
Fair.
Make a deception check.
I feel like she should get advantage for the fact that we are very attractive. Sorry.
15.
Okay. Well, wherever it is that you all intend to travel, I hope you do so safely and without issue.
Without any tissue?
Yeah, we won't need any. We're not sick or anything.
A joke, yes. The doors enter, and you watch as these platters begin to just hover in the faint breeze, held aloft on their own, filling up the table before you.
That's cool.
As Edwulf takes a scarf and kind of tucks it in to the top of his shirt, and Aster takes and puts it in her lap. Trent leans in. No questions, then?
So many questions. How's the new crop? How are your children?
Oh, the children are doing well. Some more than others.
Not everyone has the stomach for it.
We lost a talented prospect not long ago.
How did you lose them?
They were captured in Rossona.
Blondie.
That's unfortunate.
Not Blondie.
No, in the
Girl
prison in
in
Jorah.
prison.
Yeah.
What's her butt?
Well, the Empire will always yield up more youth. I find hope in the quiet that was achieved at sea. Maybe I'm naive. I'm sure you think so. how wonderful it would be if the two sides could approach each other with that forthrightness, always. You said that you make no decisions, you only advise a thought experiment. Pretend that I am King Dwendal.
Very well.
In this moment, advise me.
As the king?
In your opinion, do we keep this momentum going or use it as a feint and dig in harder in all the traditional ways? What is your advice?
My advice, O great King Dwendal, is to use this momentum to rally the populace around the idea of your benevolence and your ability to keep them safe from outside aggression. But to keep a very close eye in all the shaded places. There are so many lives and only so much land.
How does he do that?
Yeah, really.
That was literally both answers at the same time. He just said yes twice. That was amazing. Wow.
I look diagonally down at Eadwulf. Like a little more perspective, Wolf. How are things going?
Well, at the moment it is not as busy, so I am enjoying a little more of a relaxed schedule for now. You look good.
Say again?
You look good.
Oh. Well, it's a wonder what travel will do, and sun on your back.
When the war was a bit hotter than it is now, were you very busy? Eadwulf?
Not any busier than you are, apparently.
Well, yes, but were you on the front lines?
I'm not a frontline sort of fighter. I have different skills. More of a scout, if you will.
Did you go into enemy lines and go on missions and things, exciting things?
Only exciting things.
Yeah? Like what?
Yeah, I'm curious, like Veth. I've missed a year or two. What have you both been filling your time with?
He looks over towards Astrid, and Astrid kind of narrows her eyes a bit and pulls her back, and he smiles.
We're doing what we do best, Bran. Ensure history walks the right path.
Have you been taking up hairstyling? Because Astrid's got a pretty cool one. Was it Eadwulf that did that for you?
Send this to Astrid?
Uh-huh.
Astrid goes, no, this is of my own design.
Oh, you did that yourself?
She takes and pours a little bit of wine. Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Why do you not like it?
No, I love it. I love it.
Would you like your hair like it as well?
That's
What?
okay. It's so original. I wouldn't want to steal your thunder.
Might have chosen the wrong profession.
No, it's my profession that allows me to do this. And you watch as she flicks her finger, and the hair suddenly grows long and curls up into this like extremely like bouncing, healthy, like shoulder bob, and then it recoils upward into
Careful, you
this.
got some bernays and a lock right there. You kind of got a little out of control with that.
World Cup is
it's,
used as a barber.
It got a little on your lapel.
I don't have that.
That's really cool. That's a really cool spell. That's a really cool spell.
Thank you.
Selecting a fine talent.
She looks back to Bren.
Do you ever teach people how to do those kind of spells? Because I would love to know how to do that spell.
Well, no. These are the things that are taught after years of training at the Soldiers Academy.
Is it so you can, like, change your looks? Mm-hmm. Because there's, like, easy disguise self spells, you know. Those are, like, easy.
Yeah?
But, like...
Then you know all about this sort of magic, then.
Oh. Oh. I guess I could just change my hair on a whim, huh? But that looked like you were really changing your hair. Were you really changing your hair?
Glamours.
Caleb, I want to learn about glamours.
That's why her tits look so amazing. We are such assholes.
You guys.
Yeah, Caleb's working real hard to keep a blush down through all of this.
Astrid leans forward and goes, So, Bren, we miss you. I'm glad to see that you're safe. And doing so well.
I have good friends. They're good people.
Are you trying to invite him back? Is that why we're here? Are you asking him back into the fold?
Oh, I'm not doing that, no. Trent kind of leans forward in his seat and goes, I more just wanted to express my pleasure with Bren's, Caleb's advancement as the prodigy I always knew he was. While some students take direct tutelage and study, some are unique in how they best develop through self-discovery. Others inspired through hardship. Historically, the most talented mages have indeed walked this path. For the greatest ambitions come from those who have endured the dark and crawled their way back.
So you're apologizing then?
Well,
No, it sounds like he's trying to take fucking credit.
Yeah, it didn't sound like an apology to me.
of my handful of vigilant reaches, I've had a fondness for you three. And he gestures towards the three students. Airwolf and Astrid are skilled in so much. And everything one could seemingly want in disciples and associates. But, and I mean this with all due respect to the both of them, their potential is limited. Unlike you, Bren. You have the eventual makings of an assembly member yourself. And don't think my eyes are the only ones upon you for this reason. Some out of curiosity, others a threat. Forgive me, Bren. I could see your gifts and your faults and limitations. And to truly grow, you needed to be broken and left to build yourself. It took longer than we anticipated, but when you were ready, we turned on the light and showed you the door. And he kind of takes something from the side of his setting, and it drifts over across the table in your direction and lands at the front of your plate. And you see a familiar symbol, that of the Archheart.
This is why I am not dead.
Of course. If he wanted you dead, there would have been no escape. And I cannot tell you how proud of you I am. We are. And I know you hate me, Bren. Hate what I've put you through. And I accept those feelings. For it was a hard choice for me to make. What I did, though, I did out of love.
To what end? To use me?
No, to show you what you are capable of. It was your parents' wish. And I told them of the spark that I saw within you. They asked me to do whatever it took to help you realize it. For the glory of your family and for the Empire. I did just that, as much as it hurt to hurt you. It is the greater man who puts the needs of others over himself, Bren. And this nation needs you.
Insight check.
We need you.
Insight check.
I got inside check.
Lying.
I flicks to Astrid's.
Natural fucking 20.
Ooh.
I'll text you real fast.
I would like to insight check Astrid.
Go for it.
See if she's going along with it. Well, not a natural 20, but 25.
25. Okay. What's your total with the natural 20, Jester?
25.
Damn. Just look at that. 2 25s.
Wow. We might actually learn something.
Okay, give me just a second.
Takes longer to text than it does.
This inside check brought to you by.
Text brought to you by Dwarven Forge, makers of the world's finest modular gaming terrain.
Oh, the curses of COVID distance. I missed the
Learn
whispers. It was so much easier.
God.
2020 is hard, man.
I know.
Yeah. It's
God damn.
really hard to stay quiet during
I know.
his
I
speech.
Also, Matt, it would be easier and faster if you just did it with Siri, with just like.
You're right. And I will tell this to you out loud because this is less tricksy. With a 25, you can. She's looking towards you with a feeling of internal conflict that you weren't expecting. You can see there is a softness and kind of a yearning, but her body language is leaning away from him.
From Trent?
From Trent. And you see a glimmer in there of the Astrid you once knew. Ever so faintly worried.
Worried?
About your response.
Is Aodwolf just chowing down on his steak?
I mean, no, he's
Not fair in the
mid-chew.
world.
He's like,
Okay.
he's intently watching, and it's just like,
You will have to walk me through the logic of this long con. Because I do loathe you deeply.
of course.
But you do nothing flagrantly. Everything is very careful. So
Indeed.
how would you hope to use me as a tool?
This isn't to use you as a tool, Ren. And there isn't a word I could say that would find your ears with belief. Correct?
Say that one more time. Because of the social distance.
Yeah. There is no phrase or words I could say that you would find yourself able to believe.
It's hard to forget the past.
Then do not forget it. Use it. If I am to be the focus of your hatred, I accepted that long ago. But what you are now, what you've accomplished, those you've drawn around you, and where you go, that is because of what you've endured. Not because of a book you read in some hall with other sniveling rich children. You made yourself. Not myself. Not them. But it took that path of pain to accomplish what this is. And you're not the only one of us in the assembly to have been through similar trauma and been defined by it.
I dead-eye stare Astrid while talking to Trent and say, and you think that my mother and father, our mothers and fathers and children, should serve as grist for the mill in this way?
Whatever it takes to keep the people of this empire safe. The wants of one do not outweigh the wants of the many. Right? Wolf leans forward and goes,
Our parents made a sacrifice, yes. Like any soldier does on the battlefield.
If we cannot protect our own, then all of it is a failure. Why did we get into this? Why did we serve with such vigor? If not to protect.
You see, when talent rises from nothing, then nothing truly is lost. You are far more than where you came from.
So you've sent me off like a wind-up clockwork toy to serve the Empire. All right. What if the thing to do now is to supplant you, to pull you up like a weed, and do better? You comfortable with that idea?
Nothing would make me prouder.
Inside check.
It's like, I know. Yeah. He means
for
it, doesn't he? Fuck.
for it.
I know he means it.
I'm not even asking.
Natural one.
Great.
Probably means it.
It's got broccoli
He
right
means
here.
it.
At this point, Jester kind of dribbles down her chin a little bit.
Oh gosh, I'm so sorry. I'm just this
50.
food looks really
He
good.
means it.
Really wish
He
Bo would
seems
take a
pretty
bite.
honest from what you can tell.
Bo! Bo! Yeah. Eat something already.
I don't have a fucking appetite. He's disgusting.
Let's take it further. I look at Eadwulf and then at Astrid. When he is out of the picture, and you and I carry the torch forward, we will mangle more children to feed the fields of Wynandir.
Eadwulf kind of sits back, crosses his arms, looks to Astrid. Astrid looks to you and says, "Well, if you were to be the bannerman of this tower that we are charged to, then we do as you say. If you want to bring more into this fold, we will. If you want it to end, that's your command."
What about you, though?
What about me?
When we spoke last, I had the impression that you were being groomed for this seat.
She looks nervously over towards Trent. And Trent leans in a little bit. My ambitions and the paths laid before me are not always congruent. Bren. And she looks deadly serious towards you, with a look of stop. Trent kind of leans forward with this grin getting slowly more and more curled and confident. Any man of my position assumes that everyone I keep close is just waiting for me to turn my back. Every person in power knows that feeling, lives by it. It's the rare one that gets to choose. I just hope you don't disappoint me, Bren.
That is a lot to absorb. It has been an interesting decade, to be sure. I often feel like a failure and a success within the same hour.
Then you are learning.
I have dreamed of murdering you with my bare hands many nights. So I hope it's not just flowery language you're throwing around the dinner table, Master Ikathon. This place, this country could do better. It could do it with a little less blood. Everyone at this table knows that struggle is inherent to life. But this way is not the only way. And that was given to Astrid.
She looks at Trent.
Then, take care of yourself. All of you. For the struggle never stops. And because you don't want bloodshed doesn't mean every other person that wants what you have doesn't. History and mortal nature prove this time and time again. If you are not sometimes the first to cut, you are the first to receive the blade. I've spent my life bearing knives. Let's hope you live as long, Caleb Widogast.
Take a bite of my steak. Is it poison?
It's very well prepared.
Chester.
Does not appear to be poison.
It might be the best steak I've ever had in my life. It's so fucking good. It's melting in my mouth. Yeah. Just eat as much as you can real fast
Before he kicks us
get
out.
kicked out. Yeah.
I feel like I've been domineering the conversation.
What? No.
No.
Not at all.
It's been
Highly
great.
entertaining.
Does anyone else have any questions about me being groomed as the Antichrist?
How many more beacons do you have?
Hell yeah.
There you go.
What do you mean? You've only seen the one? That is what we have.
Insight check.
Yeah.
Go for it.
Natural 20.
Natural 20.
Bringing you to a total of,
40. That's 40.
well,
29 on my end.
30.
Really?
59.
well, not combined.
Yeah, they stack. They stack.
That's how it works.
Yeah, you combine them now.
Stacked like a Big
How
Mac.
many there are, the addresses in which they're located.
His eyes start to the left. It's due south.
Yeah.
Go.
Since you're both here,
It's right under the table.
Yes.
he's being completely honest.
He's always honest.
It's best liars are honest.
What's the most incredible thing you learned from studying them?
We don't know yet.
Yet?
Have you ever answered a question directly?
One question at a time.
I knew it. That's great.
It's like a party game, really.
We have learned some things, but there is still much more to glean. We have only just begun our research. So who's to say what the most important thing is? What I do know is there is much potential to help a lot of good people.
You mentioned being a tomb raider in Schadengrad. Is that a mission you've sent people on?
No, but it sounds like the sort of thing that Vess would definitely go for.
Interesting.
Her interests tend to lie in things in the realm of forgotten history.
Isn't that kind of like her title?
She's the Archmage of Antiquity.
Yeah, that's her thing, right? That's like what she's supposed to do.
Like in the.
Have you come across any interesting artifacts
In my life.
she's dug up me recently? Anything pre-calamity sound familiar? Anything related to the Eyes of Nine?
I have not, but if you've seen such a thing, please do tell me. Vess tends to be very secretive with her business.
Oh, this has nothing to do with her. This is kind of something we've all been like a side hobby, you know?
I do not believe I have. But
Have
I
a
am
side
curious.
hobby? You should have a side hobby.
Heard anything about this artifact or Eyes of Nine you speak of?
Yeah,
Trains are
worth a shot. Origami's very, you could
I did that.
probably, it's the mental health aspect of just having something that's not intrinsically related to your work, you should get a hobby.
He has a hobby. He's a sculptor.
In a way.
The trees outside your windows. What is that supposed to be?
I just wanted to provide a gentle atmosphere. Do you not like it? I can change it for you.
I would love that.
What did you prefer?
Coastal view.
Without him moving or even looking away, you watch as all the windows shift into a moonlit oceanside night. And you can see waves kind of just breaking against the sides of the ocean beaches.
Is it ocean on both sides, or is it ocean on one side?
It looks like it's ocean on one side, and then it curves around and you begin to see the coast on the other.
Cool.
Like you're right on a cliff.
Pretty
That's
dope.
neat.
Any other parlor tricks you would wish to ask of an Archmage of the Cerberus Assembly?
No parlor tricks, but I had actually a question, if you don't mind, Caleb, about your past. Thank you so much for sending him to us in your weird psycho way. But we do appreciate making his acquaintance, however dark and creepy it was, the origins were. But you I think if my memory serves, he was sort of locked away for a while in a bad place. He would have stayed there forever, right? If someone hadn't freed him?
Most likely, yes.
Who freed him?
Well, who do you think freed them?
And he gestures over toward the symbol on the table that was given to Caleb earlier.
What?
What he's saying is that he orchestrated it.
So he imprisoned you and he freed
He
you.
left me shut off, and then he turned the lights back on.
Wow.
It's weird.
That's very kind of you.
Thank you.
Very generous.
Didn't need those 10 years. How is this going?
Adolf?
Yes.
So Adolf kind of like leans back, pulls back his sleeves, and you can see the clustered maze-like tattoos that are across his forearms. You can see similar scars as to the ones that Caleb had, with what looks to be raised areas of the skin where things are embedded beneath and have healed over. And he kind of goes,
It's coming quite handy, to be honest.
Does that hurt?
Only a little. The beginning. But it much more hurts the person on the other side.
and he kind of like tenses his arms, and as he does, you see energy kind of spark through and arc up the arm.
You're like a living magical weapon.
I like that title. Living magical weapon.
Are his forearms still as amazing as they always were?
Yeah, they're more so. More so, he's a fit fucker.
Yeah.
He gives a little drink and nods to you.
Look over at Astrid. What about you?
They have come in handy a number of times, yes. What do I require to give a presentation as well? She pulls her sleeves back and shows the same tattoos.
You've talked about Caleb replacing you. Forgive me, I'm so forgetful. What's wrong with you? Where are you going?
Well, nowhere. He fails.
Nowhere. You don't feel ill?
I take it from the tone of your inquiry that you don't seem to understand the structure of the Cerberus Assembly.
I don't. Although I did look up to it when I was younger. I was very curious. I'm sad to report I haven't learned much since then.
Membership is only given when a member is stepped down, kicked out, or passes away.
And you plan to step down, get kicked out, or...
Hopefully not any. I like where I am. To serve me well for a very long time.
It's a very generous offer. I take it very seriously. Truly. What if I decide to walk away? What if I want to be a sailor instead?
That is your choice.
Easy as that.
Of course. But you won't.
No. No, I won't be a sailor. Well,
Shame. You'd make a fine sailor.
He really does not.
The world would lose one.
Terrible at sailing.
this has been very informative, illuminating. I don't wish to overstay our welcome. We do have business to attend to, any preparations to make.
Well, regardless, it has been a pleasure to get to see all of you. Thank you for accepting our invitation and for this quaint bit of conversation.
Thank you for the delicious steak. It was really one of the best I've ever had.
Well, I will let the staff know post haste. Thank you. I will take my leave.
Yeah, I say before you go, I think perhaps you were one of the most powerful mages that I've ever had the pleasure to be in the presence of. And for this, I would offer a gift, which I think it has been a long time since anyone has pointed out to you that you are a fool. Pain doesn't make people. It's love that makes people. The pain is inconsequential. It's love that saves them. And you would know that, but you have none around you. You said so yourself. You surround yourself with lies and deceptions, and I wish for you in the future to find someone who will mourn you when you are gone. Respectfully.
Good night.
And he vanishes.
Good deuce.
That was so tasty.
Oh.
Astrid and Adolf are just kind of like, yo. You're
That
welcome.
was wow.
Adolf takes his his napkin.
Do you guys want to hang out or something? You want to go grab a drink?
I was going to ask the same thing. Why
What do you
don't we
up to?
get out of here?
No, I have I have
Come
business I have
on.
to attend to.
Yes.
The invitation is always open.
And he begins to leave the chamber as
Wolf.
stands up.
Wait,
What if you just walked us a block or two away from the tower?
Please.
it'll be fun.
Looks back at Astrid.
We'll walk you beyond the courtyard, yes.
Astrid,
Just to make sure you safely make it off the grounds. And they escort you back to the central chamber. It recedes down to the base of the tower. You do not jump this time because that would hurt.
Yeah. I bend my knees, but I go.
Catch yourself, yeah. The doors open and lead you back into the courtyard, and you step out. You can hear the crickets in the nearby oak trees making their evening noise.
I want to thread my arm through Astrid as we're walking.
It tenses a bit. You hear the owl nearby going. You all continue to walk.
reflex.
I'm going to whisper over to her as we're walking. I'm sorry if you thought I was giving you a hard time earlier. I thought maybe you were really mean like Trent, but now I'm feeling really guilty about it because I don't think you are. So I want to apologize if I came across as rude. I feel very bad about it.
She doesn't necessarily lean back, but then speaks quietly towards your direction. You don't know anything about me.
No.
You do not know what I've done.
Well, I know some of what you've done. And I know that Caleb cares deeply for you, so you can't be all bad.
No response. You watch as Wolf kind of like, as he's walking along, kind of flicks his wrist, and you watch out of, he kind of almost pulls it out of the air. Looks like a bottle of some sort of a dark liquor, and he kind of uncorks it. Takes a swig.
It's a handy trick.
Oh, I've got plenty of them, don't worry.
I'd love to see more.
Would you?
Yeah.
Pass the bottle over to Astrid.
Okay. Hands it over to Adelwolf, takes it, corks it, and it
You-
vanishes.
You could come with us.
No, I
You
could not.
could. You could.
No, I could not.
Well, maybe we both have some thinking to do.
Maybe.
Are you talking to Astrid or Eodwolf at this point?
Sure.
He's talking to Astrid.
Okay. Just making sure.
We'll be out of the city soon. Don't know when we'll be back.
Just be careful. I'm sorry I can't be of more help. Her eyes kind of dart up towards the trees above. You hear again the...
Oh, he's an owl now. I get it.
We can kidnap you, make it look like a real struggle.
She actually smiles at that. Goes, I appreciate the candor. As you guys reach the gates that lead off of the estate itself, Adelwolf kind of pushes it open.
That is certainly one of the more interesting dinners I've been to. I like you.
Thank you. I like you too. Don't let that stuff get to your head. That guy's a little oof.
Yeah. I would be careful not to say things to
Oh
people
no, I
like
wouldn't
him.
if I had to live here. No. So. Oof.
to live here.
Anyway. He's about to say something to Caduceus. Anyway. Astrid,
Good spending time.
I'm sure we'll cross paths again. And kind of puts his hand on your shoulder. She keeps bringing us together. And he walks on.
Does he have any marks of the matron on him anywhere?
Passive perception on Caleb. No marks on him, but you do catch as he's leaning forward, touching your shoulder, there is a flash of what looks to be a small kind of silver pendant of what looks to be a raven feather.
There's your multi-class.
Astrid kind of lingers for a moment.
Oh! I'm going to use disguise self, and I'm going to make my hair very long, about down to here.
See, you can do it. There's no worries to have.
It's pretty great, yeah. But I want to be able to do, and actually make it move.
Well, give it time.
Okay.
Sure you don't want to come get a drink with us? Now that the walking road pylon is left?
I appreciate the offer. But I should not.
Funny that he
Why
let
should
Caleb
we
go
do that?
and not you. Strange, don't you think? Is it funny that he let Caleb go and not you? It seems odd.
Caleb was always his favorite. Bryn.
Well, you were always mine.
You mean what you said in there, right? To stop him.
I cannot hear.
Sorry.
So I'm sorry.
You mean what you said in there to stop him?
Yeah. Nothing is set in stone. Not for you or anyone.
Race you to the top. And she turns and heads back into the courtyard.
Are you okay, Caleb?
Let's get away from here. Let's get a little bit away.
Stares at the tower for a moment. Okay.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Where's that bucket
I
at?
know.
I know.
Keeping my
Fuck
eyes
that.
out for any owls.
You
in
still
this
have that
sky.
pistol, yeah?
Yeah.
It's fucking owl
Want me
season.
to just start shooting?
All the wizards come out and kill us.
I say, nothing really draws attention in the middle of, the most wealthy magical district in the greatest, the capital city than just a bunch of rapid gunfire in the middle of a courtyard.
And people running from a swarm of owls.
Yeah.
Well, we didn't die. We didn't fight.
No.
We just had dinner. That's good, right?
It was good. The steak was outstanding.
Oh my god,
Take
it
your
was
word
so
for it.
fucking good. It was the best. I mean, it was the best.
No, I didn't either.
I'm starving.
I don't
Yeah,
think
let's
you-
go. Let's find a dive bar.
I'm mad I didn't try it, but I just, out of principle,
your
I didn't
friend.
want to touch anything.
I get that. I totally get that. I feel like out of principle, I wanted to touch it all.
Yeah, I get it. I get it. I
He
get
looks
both ways.
sickly, right? Has he always looked like that?
I feel like he's always looked like shit, but he did look particularly sickly, right?
He had a little more vigor in my youth, but not much.
Gaunt.
Yeah, nothing different than the last time you encountered him. He just He generally has that sort of Mr. Burns complexion about him.
Fair.
Okay. Do you know how old he is?
Well, unless he has pulled the wool over my eyes in another way, he's in his late 70s.
Late 70s, yeah.
He needs to take a hint from the ladies and use some of those glamours. Let's get out of the Shimmer Ward. I don't want to have a drink in the Shimmer Ward.
Yeah.
Caleb, I'm really sorry that I made a comment about Astrid's haircut.
Oh,
I was trying to be shitty, and that was a horrible thing to do.
I thought you complimented her hair.
Yeah, but I did it in that girl way where I was being a shithead about
You were being a mean girl?
I was being a mean girl.
That's not cool.
No.
That's
It
never
sounded
cool.
like you were complimenting
Yeah,
her,
Oh, that was totally code for mean girl. Like, your hair's really cute.
It was so mean.
That's code for like,
Yeah,
what the
but
fuck are you doing?
That's
girl?
how the girls used to talk to me when I was outside. I don't know why I did it.
Well, we all learn it somewhere, I guess. Does that really mean your hair is cute?
I think you.
Depends on how you say it.
Oh, okay. 'Cause I was.
We also didn't know if she was going to
I thought
be.
she was about to punish me.
Yeah.
think
I know
you were
exactly.
Just trying
what
to
you're
stick up for a friend.
doing. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I think that the slightly mean hair comment was the worst thing that happened tonight and the worst thing that was talked about.
Yeah,
So-
I'm going to take anything away
Yeah.
tonight.
I'm so fucking tired of manipulative assholes.
He's so manipulative.
Like, what's the deal? Why is that a theme with all of us?
Well,
Hey.
we
I don't
spend
know
a
what
lot
you're
of time
talking
around
about.
government. It's the best thing you've ever said. Hey, I missed it. What did she say?
I don't know what you're talking about.
It is a bit of a theme.
I don't know why so many people have gone through such great lengths to try and convince us all that they're responsible for our success.
It's weird.
The manipulation. If I hear one more person try and claim that pain is the only way to make a resilient person, what a shitty excuse.
He's such a bad man.
But you didn't want to just, quick draw on him? Take him down right there in his dining room?
I give myself a 30% chance of success.
You got us with you. Element of surprise.
I give us 40% chance of success.
Really, I would have thought they would have dropped it to like 28.
In there.
We could have done it.
In there, Dicey.
He's
It's not
dying
killing
already.
him.
As soon as we walked in, I was not able to see anything with my vision anymore. It was immediately dispelled.
He can probably block some of our magic.
Fair bit.
There's no way we would have gotten out.
Plus, he had Astrid and Eodwulf on his side. They're both probably pretty powerful. Not as powerful as you, Caleb, let's be honest, but pretty powerful.
He
I
strikes
don't
me-
care that they had more years. It doesn't matter. You're very powerful.
Did we find a tavern?
He said it himself. He's surrounded by people who despise him and lie to him. The minute that he slips up, someone's going to take him out anyway. We just don't have to do anything. He set up his own destruction. The minute he stopped losing, I'm sure both of them would turn on him in a heartbeat, and he knows it. It's just so dumb.
But he's not dumb. So why?
Dumb.
Emotionally, maybe. Narrow-minded, yes, but he's calculated.
He knows exactly what he's saying.
Yeah, he's always been one to control narrative. And that is a big part of holding on to power. Controlling narrative.
I believed him. I believe him that your parents said, do whatever it takes.
Because
Didn't feel like he was lying there, but
of course.
I have
there's
a
no
funny-
way they knew what that meant.
I have a funny feeling that if we brought them back for a 5-minute chat, their
Yeah,
first
they'd be like,
response would
not
be, "I
like,
didn't agree
like
to
that.
this."
Yeah.
Caleb, on that note, I was thinking about it at dinner. I mean, between Caduceus and We could bring them back.
Don't you need a body?
Oh. Yeah.
Was there a grave for
I
them?
think you just need bones.
Yeah. Is there a marking anywhere? Do you know?
I have not looked into it.
I mean, if it's something you want to look into.
Let me think about that. There is a very good chance that the Scourgers collected their remains, but maybe.
I'm sorry to bring it up.
No, you are all trying to help me. No. Let's find that dive bar, and then there's an inn, a place I know, where we can stay tonight.
Okay.
Easy enough to find a dive bar. There are plenty of places in Rexentrum, especially up in the, the northern, more mud-laden region. You stumble into one of the nearby dive bars, not making too much of a fuss, and find a place to comfortably feel like you can talk.
Did that go well for you?
Oh, no. No, gave me 50 more questions.
Seemed like Astrid was, not a total sociopath. Maybe?
I quite liked both of them, actually.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're very likable.
Well,
They always were.
I've got a pretty good read on people. I think they're all right. And you did a good thing for them today. Showed them what life could be like, even just for a second. Maybe it'll stick in them.
I find myself wondering his plan for me to take wing and achieve the things he wanted without being right under his thumb.
Yeah.
If I go off and do anything with you all, is it part of his plan?
I got the sense he's kind of winging it.
Oh, I don't know. They hand-delivered a letter to you when you were in Rexentrum. I
I
think he's
knew we were meeting with Vess.
pretty much on top of it.
He's not directing us, though. This is just him taking credit for what you're doing so that you can feel like you're being manipulated. This is
an interesting point.
This is just a person who can't admit that they're not in control.
It's like a tarot card reader.
Yeah, that's actually a very
Hey!
fair estimation.
That's not a good comparison at all.
It's a great comparison. I'm brilliant.
Hey, speaking of tarot cards and stuff and controlling the narrative,
Do you want me to read your fortune?
I do. While you're doing that, something that I assume you told me earlier about about the research that you did today,
Yes.
or rather didn't do.
Yeah,
What if, crazy theory,
I'm here for it.
what if there's no record of the Eyes of Nine in the Cobalt Library? Not because they're hiding it from you, but because it was scrubbed. Because this Trent man or his ilk are somehow, controlling the narrative. They don't want anyone to know about it, or maybe even the Cobalt Soul itself.
But Trent didn't seem to know what it was. I deliberately wanted to see,
He
and
didn't seem to know, but he's a crafty fucker.
he is, but not.
I didn't get that vibe.
He immediately asked if it was something that Vess put us up to. So that to me clued me in on how laser focused he is on that aspect. Scrubbed, absolutely. From Trent, I don't know. The Cobalt Soul, they did also ask me if they went under any other names, or if I know of any other associative language attached to the Eyes of Nine.
Well, we know Nonagon, right?
So I was thinking about that. And then here's the other crazy thing. Nothing to do with your shit. Really sorry. Kind of going on a tangent.
I don't know. Maybe it's all connected.
So Trent asked us about Schadengrad and tomb raiding. Nonagon, where is it? Hang on.
Rhymes with.
Kree
Has
Nonagon.
14
Dun, dun.
letters in it, which is this.
When you rearrange them and add their numeral position together.
Remember to drink your Ovaltine?
Yes.
But no,
More over.
that Kree that we talked to at the Gentleman's Lair asked about Nonagon and said that she was a part of his team called the Tomb Takers, and that they were running from a spellcaster 2 years ago.
Running from a spellcaster named Trent Ikithon.
Or Vestaragna,
Oh my
the Lady of Antiquities who sends people off on to rob tombs.
But that wasn't.
Plausible.
And I was already planning on going to see my dad. This is perfect.
Kree was that person's name?
Kree, the Tabaxi,
And Kree recognized
Nonagon,
Nonagon, which was
Molly,
Molly.
and
My Molly notes.
I mean, they would
their
probably know.
group stole a book in trouble with the law, ritual, resistant teleport spell. Stole a book. Did they steal a book or something? I'm trying to decipher my notes like a year later.
More or less, best that you can recall.
They maybe stole a book, I don't know. But they were running from someone and they were called the Tomb Takers. Whoa.
Remember that?
Maybe we should
Oh,
just.
the Tomb Takers or the Task Takers I wrote down.
Oh.
But no, I also wrote down Tomb
The
Takers.
task.
What if.
Oh
what
no,
if-
are they the Tomb Taskers?
No,
Tomb Taker's task.
I wrote down Tomb Takers or Task Takers.
What if we just like, while we're hanging out with Vest, and we're like, oh my god, we should come up with a group name or something,
I got an idea. The Tomb Takers.
and see what she says.
And see if she's like, oh, dun dun dun. It's a pretty good idea.
Just talk to them.
Yeah.
Or that.
Your plans are always so boring.
I'll let you go first. I'd like to have a back. I'd like to have a plan G.
Sure. Plan G.
Then I feel like there was another thing. Oh. And okay, hang on.
Because you've mentioned that to Taxi before.
We are in a bar while she does this. It's
I'm
so perfect.
just flinging notebooks around as Bo goes through all of her notebooks.
Can we get a round of drinks and some yarn and some
wait.
thumbtacks,
It
please?
was okay.
Yeah, hold on, it's coming.
This is super conspiracy theory-tastic. But, okay, so we're going to excavate the city of Aor, and it was this mage-ocracy,
Mageocracy, yeah.
and they think that no survivors lived, right?
Right.
But, what if there was one?
Who?
Halas.
Who's Halas? Oh, the guy with the happy
Gem
ball?
guy, yeah.
Yes, because when we were in his little ball with the Astral Sea thing, we already kind of mentioned this in the Happy Fun Ball, and how we saw the Astral Sea.
I wanted to follow up at this coming week in the libraries and see if...
Right.
Yes.
Because he had that map, and it was the map from that you touched the red gem of, and it was pre-Calamity.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
The stained glass window was a pre-Calamity map. So maybe this guy was from pre-Calamity and he got super obsessed with like living for forever. But maybe what if he's a survivor from Aorta? Aorta.
No, that is plausible.
But I don't know how any of this connects.
Well, the Astral Sea also connects to Vokodo somehow, right?
Weird.
That's where he came from.
What if
Because-
like Aor is like part of that weird floating city that we saw? Like,
Maybe
what if
this
it just
is
like?
City.
Oh, like that's Aor.
That's
and it just
Aor.
like bamped into.
Like it was so magical, it just like
Yeah, it just like it didn't actually crash.
Or,
The whole world.
or a contemporary, another city of the time.
While all this is happening, I'm going to be telling Ford's fortune with tarot cards.
I didn't ask you. Why do you keep putting?
I'm
these
going to
cards
pull out
in-
the cards. Just choose a number between 1 and 20. Roll your dice.
I
that how tarot cards?
8.
They are
Okay, that's gonna be the card you pulled out.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh.
Okay. Going to see what that is.
I was going to say, I don't know when the last time I sent you that document.
Okay. I don't know. I'm just gonna read this card for you.
And this tells me my future?
I'm gonna interpret it.
Yeah.
It's my future or what?
This is going to be where you are right now in your present.
Okay.
The eye and the hand is the card. So
Both of those things. It's amazing.
yeah, one way. Which pick. Roll a d6.
I feel like you're making this up. 2.
Okay. So the eye is facing towards you. An eye is held by 2 hands forming a triangle. The hands are holding the eye above a restless sea.
An eye!
Yeah, I know. Above a restless sea.
Amazing!
Oh my God! The triangle is like rumble cusp. Oh my gosh, this okay.
No.
Now roll another d20.
There's more?
Yeah, then this is going to be your future.
Wait, what was the interpretation of that?
Oh, that's, obviously you are torn between where you came from, which is the eye, and the sea, the turmoil of the wild mother right now. You're figuring out who you are in this very moment. Do you go and take care of Ukatoa? Or do you follow the path that's being laid in front of you by her?
11.
Oh my God, this is such a good card.
I love this so much.
This card is called Home or Traveler.
Traveler?
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh wait, is this a secondary card?
Yeah, this is the future card.
Oh, okay.
A covered carnival wagon on a road with a cottage cozy in the distance. Yeah. You're a one.
When we met you, we were at a carnival.
You
Yeah.
came to the.
So it's a carnival
I'm referring
card,
to you.
but it's a cozy cottage in the distance, Ford. Don't
We
you
are your
see?
home.
Don't you see? You're on the road right now. You feel like everything is a circus. You don't know what's going on. But in the distance, Ford, there is a cozy home waiting for you. That's your future.
A cozy home?
Yeah. Your home, your place. You will find it.
That's wonderful, Jester.
I know, isn't it? Anybody else?
Caleb, as a note too, going off the conversation with Beauregard, that was amazing. You did know, because you recalled this as you were recalling information about Halas in the folding halls. He is historically known to have hailed from
Seidel?
He
had books about Seidel.
Right. Well, Seidel was the society, the actual, the Council of Seidel, which he was part of. But the actual city that he was from was Zemnias, which was another one of the floating cities, kind of a competitive nation to where Aor would have come from. That when it fell in the calamity, the survivors of that are who began the early Dwendalian Empire.
When Zemnius fell?
Yeah, Zemnius fell, which is why it's called the Zemni Fields, and Zemnian is the language. It's all based on the survivors and scroungers
of another separate floating city.
Correct.
Okay, so scratch the hole. He was from Aor, though. But same time, and neighboring.
Same
leading theory.
Yeah.
Leading theory.
And Zemnius was much smaller, and comparatively to Aor was like the superpower. Zemnius was still a powerful agent, one of a handful of floating mage nations.
Yeah, and it would be very interesting to dive back into the halls of Halas and find him and ask him questions, but that is quite that's a tall order.
But there's also all this business with the Resdune and the abyssal invasion that he apparently threatened.
Yeah, it seems like there's all sorts of other realms and planes sort of converging here. for some reason.
I had written down the same thing.
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
What was that?
I had an order of tomb takers, ? Went north to Shadengard. Mollymock's old order.
To Shangrad? Really? Okay.
Mollymock's old order. He pulled them off from the main order. No idea what that means.
He made a sect.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
It's a sect.
I mean, this was...
I'm a sect. That's good.
What if it was Vester Ragna that was coming after him?
I'm lost.
I mean,
well, a magical
right after
woman
where I
revived
wrote
him.
Huh?
A magical woman revived him, right?
He just woke up.
When I wrote down a
someone-
magical woman
It was a
revived
ritual
him.
spell. He
Someone-
doesn't know. He doesn't remember, huh?
I thought I remember that as well. A woman helped pull him out of it.
Yeah.
To my recollection.
Chat is just screaming at us right now.
Yeah. Oh, sure. They've got to figure that out.
Screaming along with
But
them
guys,
right now, but that's
next
neither-
where I wrote Tomb Takers and Nonagon, I've also written Mahogany Desk and Young Bearded Gnome. Case closed.
You've cracked it.
What if
Armed gummy bear gnome.
Nonagon was pillaged? What if he was, instead of the robber, what if he was the Robbie?
Robbie!
Robbie! Love you, Robbie.
I'm genuinely delighted.
It's not Molly, it's Robbie!
I don't know, man. I have so many notes, and
Bo, drink your beer.
it's gotta connect.
Who gave her a straw for a beer?
It's all I got, man. It's this weird ass mixology bar.
We
Not on this side of Rexentrum.
we have someone we can talk to.
Who?
The Tabaxi, Cree.
So we're gonna go to Zadash next.
And then maybe your dad can set up a honest conversation.
With
for
Cree?
us. Yeah. No threats, no harm.
If Kree's there.
I can send my dad a message
Do it.
and ask if he can gather Cree there.
Do it.
I'm gonna send my dad a message.
All right.
Hi, Dad, it's me. We have a favor to ask. Can you get Cree? We need to talk to him.
Him? Her.
Her.
Her. Shit. Her.
Him, her.
Super important. I love you.
Chester, it's been a while. I'd love to help, but Cree left months ago and hasn't returned, so I have no idea where she is.
Damn it.
Send
Sorry.
Cree a message.
Anyway,
Actually, might be able to find them.
Yeah, can we? Can we send Cree a message?
Yeah,
We've met
yeah,
them,
yeah. I mean, I met Cree, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna send Cree a message.
okay.
Hi, Cree.
Yeah.
It's Jester. Remember me? Where are you? I need to talk to you. It's about
Molly. Nonagon. Say Nonagon.
Nonagon.
Or Lucian.
Or Lucian, you know? Let me know, okay? That was 4.
Let me know, okay?
Lemmy. We're retreating.
Oh, Lemmy.
I hope your message.
L-E-M-M-E,
That was
right?
4.
A few moments pass before you get a response. Who is this?
Oh. She doesn't remember me.
I don't think I can help you. That's it.
I'm gonna send the message back. The blue girl, Jester. We met a while ago. I had a group of friends. We knew Lucian. Lucian.
The club at the
At the
gentleman's club.
It's at the evening nip.
at the evening nip.
Down to the floor.
Oh, money is involved.
Money's involved.
Good job, good job.
A few more moments pass. A few more moments pass. After a while, you get the sense that there's going to be no response.
Oh.
Bitch, she made me waste a spell slot.
Cats.
Well,
know?
if she works for the gentleman, then we know the gentleman has her blood, and the gentleman should be able to trace her.
Go tomorrow.
That's a good point.
Point of interesting order. She was the one who kept and extracted the blood for the gentleman. That was specifically her skill set.
So she would probably.
She was a blood cleric.
Very similar to Molly.
Blood.
Well, that's a dead end.
Well,
What do we do?
I got things.
We go to Antarctica and we fucking find an underground city and some other crazy magic shit.
Well, we're gonna do that, but first.
Well, somebody
We
asked.
have a whole week in Rexentrum,
We also have Scraw.
or anywhere we want to be.
Well, I do want to see my dad. I guess I don't have to. I can just send him messages.
I feel like talking to your dad anyway, just to see if we can get any information.
Yeah, a handful of words is different than.
Plus, we can see Puma. Don't you guys have things you want enchanted?
Always.
Oh, so many things.
Yeah, that ring of yours, you gotta get some magic into that.
Yes.
I'd like to talk to him about that, actually.
Well, what if we hold up here in town for the night and in the morning spend the day in Zadesh?
Okay.
Okay.
You don't think Igitong's gonna come after you?
No, I am his chosen. I will lead the Empire into 1,000 years of glory. Or something. No, not tonight. Besides, I have this place we can stay tonight that I think you will love.
Oh, a new spot?
Not the shitty tavern we were at?
Not the shitty tavern.
Alright.
Trust me?
Trust.
Totally, man.
All right. I slapped down 2 gold. I have no idea what the bill was, but I'm sure that covers it.
It definitely covers it.
Head towards the door, and I will.
Fucking mighty nine, you're
I'm
spending.
not going to say this to any of them, but I will either go to the same basic ass inn that we went to earlier, or whatever's closest.
Okay. To where you are now, you're a little bit further away.
Yeah.
So you would be finding a new
Okay.
location, and it's not hard to find. They're all pretty. You're on the cusp of squalor in this part of the city. So
Yeah, that's good.
okay.
So I will find a place that doesn't look like an instant death trap, but I'm
Right.
not being that picky. Okay. I will lead everybody in
Wow.
and walk up to whoever is at the front desk.
Okay. You walk over to the front desk and you see a human woman in her 50s or so, hair that's gone gray at the roots that kind of goes to a bit of red at the end. It's probably been a long time since either it was dyed or the hair color's just faded over time. Very, very kind of leathery skin that's seen a harsh life. She's sitting there at the edge with what looks like a big tankard, and looks like partway into her cups and turns to you.
Good evening. I know it's somewhat late, but there are. I'm going to need 9 rooms for the evening, and in one of them, I specifically need a closet or a wardrobe. I have a lot of luggage. Do you have something that can accommodate that?
Probably.
Okay.
Right. 9 rooms. Closet.
In one of them, at least, yeah.
There's an extra charge for the closet.
I think I can handle that.
Closet fee.
I will pay your closet fee.
Right. That'll run you 2 gold pieces, including the closet fee.
Okay, I hand her.
Final deal.
I give her 3 gold.
Right.
Which way?
This way. Sebastian, bring up the closet!
Bring up the closet.
This voice to that go like, what you mean, big man? You go, empty out the meats and carry it upstairs to room 102! See this older man come out, kind of this kind of dirty face. He's been in the kitchen sweating, and he's like, "What do you mean empty out the main closet?" She's like, tosses a gold to him. "I said," he goes, "Oh, by the way." You hear a door open, and as you guys make your way out there, these rooms are functional.
This is
Each-
really nice,
Each
Caleb.
has a bed.
Thank you for bringing us here.
Wonderful.
She's on an airline.
I tip Sebastian, was that his name?
Yeah.
I tip Sebastian a silver.
Okay.
And, before everyone heads to bed, just come in with me for a moment. I want to discuss one last thing.
You need some help? I'll go up and
I got it.
I'm gonna help him.
Yeah, fine. And he takes it, and you carry in this kind of.
Is he carrying a whisper booth? What has he got?
No. It's a wardrobe.
Yeah.
That had been fashioned as like a meat storage rack in the kitchen downstairs.
Yeah.
That has been emptied out, so it smells strongly of cured meats, of various degrees of freshness. But it is a functional, empty wardrobe.
Amazing.
I'm picturing like an IKEA Malm closet
More or less.
with just like a bunch of blood on the bottom.
Yeah, more or less. It is a stained interior.
Okay,
But it is placed in the room. Thank you kindly. Sleep well. And he heads off and shuffles his way back downstairs.
Okay, I get the last of the 9 in, and I shut the door. Give me 1 second. And I open the door of this wardrobe closet, which smells, and I pull out the wand that Kaliana gave me, and I look at the bottom of the wardrobe, and there's a little hole, a little imperfection in the wood, a knot, and I stick the wand into that hole so it's standing up. And then I pull out several pieces of stained glass and arrange them just so. And I take out a small piece of slate and put, granite, and put that on the ground, and that little wooden cat that I had fabricated, I put on top of the granite, and I then begin to use chalk to draw around those, and I draw a solid line behind that wand and start to utter words. And a moment of this, and that chalk line begins to glow a thin golden amber color, and a rectangle of amber shimmers up from that line, and the amber begins to waver, and past it, you see just the barest glimpse of windows of stained glass stretching up into the air. And I say, "Welcome home." And I walk in.
Ooh.
I'm walking in.
Same.
Let's go. Let's go.
Same.
As you all step into the wardrobe to follow Caleb into whatever strange realm he seems to have called you into. We're going to go ahead and call the episode for the night.
What did you do?
What is
He kills us all.
Cat scratch closet.
Yeah, we'll pick up there next episode. So you get to think on your description. I'm sure you've been thinking on it for a while. But anyway, thank you all so much for joining us. Hope you enjoyed it as much as we did. We love you very much. And is it Thursday yet?
Yeah.
Good night.
No!